Guys, Mike here, head trader at True Trading Group. August 8th. It wasn't my day. I've been having a pretty frustrating week. I made a really stupid mistake in the morning on my very first trade, and that just kind of set the tone for the rest of the day. I was pretty active today. I made a bunch of trades. Really, only one of them was a good one. I was long Roku today. Roku blowout earnings, raised guidance, gapped up all-time highs, gave us a little bit of continuation, follow through. So I made a little bit of money on that. But I took losses elsewhere. I took losses on SPY options. I took losses on STMP, Lyft. I mean, just wasn't my day today. So what I'm going to talk to you guys about, I had somebody ask me in chat today, like, Mike, how do you get your mind right, after you have a bad day or something like that. And I'll talk to you guys real briefly about this. I just finished up talking about it at the end of the day recap with everybody in chat. So I'm just going to touch upon it a little bit here. It's just, you guys, the first thing that you have to understand is that losing is part of trading. You're going to lose. No one likes to lose money, but you're going to lose money regardless. There's nothing that you can do about it. You're never going to you're not just going to be green all the time. You're going to lose money. There's going to be days you're going to lose money. You have to come to grips with that. And the sooner that you come to grips with that, and the sooner that you understand that, the much easier time you're going to have getting over losing days. Because instead of having a losing day and freaking out, thinking, oh my God, maybe I can't do this, and you get all upset and you're like waving the red flag like there's this major problem, and you start to freak out about it. That's not gonna do you any good. You've got to be able to have a short memory and forget about the bad days, because the beauty is that the market's always open tomorrow with brand new opportunities, brand new stocks on your watch list, brand new chart patterns. It's a brand new day. The great thing is about trading is that no matter how bad your day is today, you have a chance at redemption tomorrow, always. So you've got to have a short memory. Not to say you just completely forget about, when you have a red day, you just turn your computer off and you walk away. You should go back, analyze all your trades. Don't let a losing trade be for nothing. Okay? Go back, review your trades, see what you did wrong, see was there anything you could have done better? Was your analysis correct? Was your execution poor? Like what is it that you maybe could have done differently or should have done differently? Learn from it. Okay, I made a silly mistake today and it cost me, and it really put me on tilt because my analysis was 1,000% correct and my execution was extremely poor. So it's a trade that I should have made, over 100% on an option, and instead I ended up stopping out for a loss. Very, very, very frustrating. But it's because I made a mistake. It's my fault, and I deserve to lose. I made the mistake, and I'm going to learn from it. And I'm going to learn from that mistake. I'll get into it with you in a moment. Write it down on a little sticky note, tape it to my monitor, make sure you don't make that same mistake tomorrow. Okay, and that's really it. Okay, that's how you can kind of you keep your head, clear, and you keep your mindset in a good place after you're coming off of a big loss. If you followed my channel for a while, you've heard me make this analogy before, is that trading's a lot like football in the sense that, nobody likes to get hit, but when you join the NFL, you do it well aware and fully understand that there's going to be times that you're going to get hit, and sometimes you're going to get hit really hard, and it's going to hurt, but you're going to get back up because the game goes on. Okay, and if you want the fame and the success of scoring the touchdown and winning the Super Bowl and all of those things, you're going to have to get hit sometimes to get there. And trading's not very different in the sense that you're going to lose money. Okay, there's going to be days where you're going to take a hit. Nobody likes to lose money, but there's going to be days it's going to happen. You just got to get back up and keep on moving and keep on working towards your goals. Okay? So that's just one thing I want to just touch upon real quick regarding that, because today was a crappy day for me. Like I said, just one good trade, and the rest were crap. So not a good day for me. A little bit of a frustrating week. Let's just get right to the trades, guys, because there's a bunch of them, so we're going to talk about them. The SPY today, we were coming into the SPY. If you watched my video yesterday, I was talking about this 288 level. Okay, here it is. Here's 288. It was resistance the last 3 days. It was prior support back here in the beginning of June. I said if we got above 288, I said this in the video yesterday, if we get above 288, we should make a push up to at least 291. So today we gapped above 288. Okay, we got up to 289.50, and I thought that this, let me zoom in so you can see it more clearly. I thought that this, okay, I read this, guys, as a double bottom. Okay, now before any of this happened, okay, I'm just looking at these candles right here. I read this as a double bottom, and I went in, and on that tail, as this tail got put in, I jumped in SPY call options right there. Okay, I take you guys to my trade announcement so you guys can see I bought the 290, okay, tomorrow expiration call option at $1.46. Okay, at $1.46. The mistake that I made is I got too much size when I entered this trade. And it was too much size so that I was not willing to give this trade the room that it needed to at least give this to yesterday's high. I should have at least given this trade down to yesterday's high before stopping out. I had too much size, so once the SPY broke the low of the day, I actually exited, okay, this position because I had too much size and I just wasn't comfortable holding it. I exited at $1.25. That was a amateur mistake that I made. It was poor position size, and this is what I mean by my execution was very poor, because you can see it ended up sticking its foot in the ground, recovering, breaking the high of the day, and then this thing never looked back. I mean, look at this monster of a move all the way up to 293. This would have been a slam dunk home run trade, even if I got flat right here, because my target was like the 291, 291.50 area. Even if I get flat here, the call options that I would have bought here, I would have made over 100% on those options, well over 100%. So very, very frustrating way to start my day. I made a mistake, and I'm gonna, learn from it, remember it, make sure I don't do it again tomorrow. I got too much size, and it was too much to where I wasn't able to give the trade the room that it needed. Okay, and that was the mistake that I made, and I paid the price for it. But this is what kind of set the tone for the day and just put me in a bad mood the whole day, because as I'm watching the SPY just continue to rip higher, I'm like, my analysis was spot on. It was the number one thing on my trade idea list this morning, and I was dead right in my analysis. My execution was really, really poor. Next, Roku. This was the one good trade that I made today. And this, you guys can see I did this off of a double bottom gap up, okay, with the 23.6 Fibonacci level. So here's your 23.6 Fibonacci level, double bottom on the gap, the earnings gap up. The trade line came up underneath it. I jumped in Roku right there, okay. Here you guys can see long Roku, 119.50, stop loss basically at a new low. Okay, so there's the entry. Trade line comes up, creates support. Trade line comes up, creates support. You get a trade line VWAP cross. Trade line creates more support and pushes us right up to actually a new high of the day. And I started peeling profits off the table. You guys can see I took some off at 121.80. The bulk of my position I took off at 123.26 when we made a new high of the day. And then I sold out my final take profit right here at 121.88. Okay, all the way. Well, here's the bulk of my profit. And here's the first take profit. And the final take profit was right before the bell, right there. Okay, so here's the entry, take one, take two, final take. So this was a decent trade, but not enough to bring me green. Because then, guys, I went after STMP. I went after this trade short. This was another one that really frustrated me. STMP was one of the trade ideas that was on my list for a potential short. This thing opened, put in a quick tail, and then ran away from me. I was trying to offer out. I'm trying to offer out, trying to get in this thing, and it just ran away from me. And I was so frustrated. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. This thing was just running away from me. Again, another trade idea that I was right on the analysis. My execution was poor. And I ended up waiting, and I started to say to myself, I started to see like a bear flag pattern start to form right in here. So I went ahead and I got short here, a tier 1 position right up against this level. I'll take you guys to my trade announcement so you guys can see short tier 1 at 53.23. So I'm going to add if we break through the 52 level. I ended up adding to a full size position right here around 52.10. I was like 52, I got 52.17s, I got 52.10s. I just kind of banged the bid there when we were trying to just I just moved my offer all the way down, and I just got like kind of partial fills on the way down there around 52. We put in a tail, took it right back. Once we broke back above this downtrend line, I exited what I added on that tier 2, and then I got flat the rest of the tier 1 when we got back above VWAP. Where is it? Right here we go. Covered STMP 55.15. And I'm glad I did, because this ended up, rallying back and bouncing back later in the afternoon. So again, just poor execution on my part. The trade idea was right in the morning, and I maybe tried chasing it down, and I tried to force it a little bit, and I got caught. Then I went after Lyft. This was a textbook bear flag pattern, guys. I went after this thing short. I mean, if you Google bear flag pattern, this is exactly what you're going to see. So what I was looking at here was this bear flag pattern, okay, that lined up resistance with the 38.2 Fibonacci level on the bounce, okay, and VWAP. You can see this area right here. Here's VWAP. Here's the 38.2. Okay, there's that makes up the top end of the bear flag. Here's the bottom support level. Okay, and this trade will trigger if you break below this downtrend, this uptrend support line. It'll trigger, and then I thought we were going to make a move back down towards 60 and kind of give up this entire gap up on earnings. Okay, I went ahead and I got short right there in Lyft. All right, let me delete these arrows, take you back to my trade announcements. Here we are, short Lyft at 62.83, stop loss 63.50 area. Here I'm short. We could roll over. It looks like we were going to roll right there, and then we hold. We end up breaking up above this area, and I exit this trade. Let's see, covered Lyft 63.55, another losing trade. Okay, this was a really clean bear flag setup. It just didn't work out. It just kind of tailed through, and I wasn't going to hold this all the way to 64. And then Uber comes out with their earnings, gets crushed, and Lyft continues, actually trades lower, makes a new low after the bell with Uber. Uber actually recovered. Before I made this video, Uber was down here at 38. We actually recovered, so maybe they're saying something on the conference call that that's decent. Then we had the SPY, guys. I think this was just more of a just like kind of on tilt trade. Now at this point, I'm so frustrated with my day, and it looked like the SPY had double topped here. Okay, right at the 50-day moving average. Okay, this line right here at 293. When I take it to the daily. See how it lines up dead? This teal line on my screen, that's the 50-day. It's dead even with the 50-day. So that 50-day was right there, and I said to myself, okay, we just double topped at the 50-day after this huge move in the morning. Maybe we're going to pull back down. I wasn't looking for a complete reversal, but I thought we would get back down to VWAP. Okay, maybe test VWAP. It was also a previous high because I did this. I drew this right across my screen. I said, okay, here's a little... There it is. There's your previous high. It became support. We continued higher, and it lines up beautifully with VWAP. So I said that's a great area to look for a pullback in the afternoon if we start to run out of steam a little bit. So that's what I did. I went in there and I bought right. Let me zoom in. Right there. Okay, I went and I bought put options. Here you guys can see the 292 puts at 91 cents. Stop loss new high, and long and behold, new high, and I exit those put options at 81 cents. Okay, so today was like I didn't get crushed on any particular trade. It was like it wasn't a knockout blow from Mike Tyson. Today was more like a 10-piece combo from Floyd Mayweather. It just was not a good trading day for me. I traded poorly today, and I think it all stems from that silly mistake that I made early in the morning on those SPY options, and that kind of set the tone for the rest of the day. All right, so that's it, gang. Short memory. I'm going to have a short memory. Tomorrow's a brand new day. I'm going to come back at it, look to get things back on track. Brand new day, brand new opportunities. I'll see you guys in chat, and we'll close the week out strong. Take care.